Don't be scared of the change. Scared to be the new kid.
When I think about the 70s, my mind typically goes to the Vietnam War and the hippie era. But I've learned over the past year that the 70s also has some of the best music I think I've ever heard. So today, guys, I'm checking out another band from the 70s. Today we're getting into The Temptations. Papa Was a Rolling Stone for the first time. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
It was the 3rd of September. That day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. 'Cause that was the day that my daddy died. I never got a chance to see him. Never heard nothing but bad things about him. Mama, I'm depending on you. Tell me the truth. Mama just hung her head and said, son, Papa was a rolling stone.
Hey God, so much is making sense in that intro now. How we had the horn and the cymbal. To me, they created anxiety, uncertainty. He was on edge. He was on the edge of his seat, wondering who his father was, and I'm very curious what his mom has to say right now.
And said, son, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Oh, Papa was a rolling stone, my son, yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Hey, Mama, is it true what you say that Papa never worked a day in his life?
And Mama, some bad talk going around town saying that Papa had 3 outside children and another wife. And that ain't right.
Lead singer has such a higher voice, and then when that other guy came up and he had that really low tone, not only did it shock you as a listener, but it shocked you what he was talking about too. I'm kind of getting the vibe that Papa being a Rolling Stone was, he just kind of lived to the tune of his own drum, and he didn't think about his family much at all. And I kind of feel like him being a Rolling Stone is a nice way to say that he was kind of a deadbeat dad.
Children and another wife. And that ain't right.
Heard some talk about Papa doing some storefront preaching. talking about saving souls and all the time leeching. Dealing in that and stealing in the name of the Lord. Mama, just hold her head and say, Papa was a rolling stone, my son. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, he left for the Lord. Hey, Papa was a rolling stone. That coming, wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, he left this for the Lord.
I noticed something when the first time they talked about the father, and they said that he left them all alone. I noticed the strings started to come in, and it kind of sounded like sadness. But the second time, when we get into the next verse, and he tells more of the truth about the father, they're like, okay, when they say that they're alone, I noticed there was no extra sadness instrument that time. It's kind of like they're accepting the reality of who he was, and yeah, it sucked that you were alone, but hey, at least we still get to roll along, even though your dad was a rolling stone.
Hey mama, I heard Papa call himself a jack of all trades. Tell me, is that what sent Papa to an early grave? Folks say Papa would beg, borrow, steal to pay his bills.
Hey, Mama, folks say Papa never was much on thinking. Spent most of his time chasing women and drinking.
Mama, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth.
Mama looked up with a tear in her eye and said, son,
Well, 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 well. Hey, yeah. And when he died, all he left us was alone, 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 alone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. I said, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. My daddy was, yes he
Man, I'll be honest, that song is the happiest rendition I've ever heard of someone talking about their father being such a garbage human. How he talked about all the different ways that he just manipulated people, did his mom wrong, wasn't there for them, but the whole time you want to dance and just move with it. I mean, they even had their own little dance for him being a Rolling Stone, like the train moving along, and it's just like there was no room to be sad in that song, even though the subject matter was so dark. I got a PhD in deadbeat fathers, so I understand exactly where he's coming from. So to be so happy and upbeat in the song, I love it. I love when songs are dark like that, but they just end up slapping. And also too, the guys' voices, the contrast between the different people singing, I thought was so insane, because you don't hear a lot of boy bands these days, and a lot of them all have the same sound. None of them have that contrast or that funky feeling, and it was just so cool to see that in a performance. So guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think is the best song of the 70s? Let me know down below, and in the meantime guys, check out some of my other reactions. They should be popping up any moment. Thank you again for watching, y'all, and have a great day, guys.